On this episode of BeamNG Roadkill, we take a Fox body streetcar and try to make it faster. And no clue if I won or lost. Find out in the episode. Alright, everybody. Welcome back to this episode of BeamNG Roadkill. Where, for the unusual, rare moment of when I get a project that's already been worked on. Right here, this is the Soliad. I don't remember the name. Soliad. Let's look really quick, because I forgot the name. Soliad Spacia, which is essentially a Fox body Mustang. Which, I'm not really a big fan of these cars, but I'm glad that it's I'm guessing the older notch front end. It isn't like that newer, like, big ass, like, headlights and blinkers. I know that's the body style that everyone loves, but I'm more of a fan of the notch with the square, headlights that are smaller. So I'm pretty sure Notch has had these. If I remember correctly, this is in Forza. It's like the 4-cylinder, which you can actually do with this car. But this car is no 4-cylinder. It is a V8. It's supercharged. Makes an unknown amount of horsepower. And probably has like the coolest hood in BeamNG history, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a really cool looking hood. But yeah, this is actually a pretty stout car. That was satisfying. It's actually a pretty stout car. I don't know how much power it makes, but it's pretty good. Also, something that I'm trying today, you may see in the corner here, I have that dynamic tire thermal mod in here. I'm going to see if it's actually going to help this thing. This car has no problem launching as it is. It's a pretty stout car. I'd say this is probably like making 400 horsepower at the moment. It is a very light engine. It's not built for high horsepower. But today is all about making goals and just making them on the fly. I don't know how fast this car goes in the quarter. We're going to take it down the quarter. And we're going to see if we can make it at least up to a second to a second and a half faster. Yeah. But the tire thermals, I'm going to see if that's actually going to help with grip. Because as I add more power to this car, it's going to, for sure, spin. Maybe one day I'll put the Revolution Racecraft wheels and everything on it. But, yeah. It's a pretty stout car, in my opinion. I think it's really cool. The mod is really well done, too, so I'm going to get this thing ready to go over to the strip, and we'll be right back. It is a pretty stout car, I will say. Alright. So the goal at the moment is to make a clean pass down the drag strip, get the tires nice and broken in, and I'm gonna get them yellow, the rear tires. That should be warm enough to go down the strip. So see if it helps with grip, or 60 foot, or just anything. It is pretty damn cold, I guess. Alright, well. Unless this is only percentage. Let's launch this. I think like 5,000 RPM is usually good in this. This could go in 11.0 with a harder launch. Huh. I wonder why, well, it is changing color. Alright, so to take a second to analyze here. Those tires were barely getting warm. And I did a long burnout. Let's just look really quick. Just to... Tire thermals and wear. Is this like a custom slick, potentially? That is just not supported by that? Let's see. It shouldn't be. I'm going into all the wrong menus. Could just be that the car was sitting for a while and the tires are just way too cold now. Yeah, 15 by 10. Yeah, these shouldn't be, Huh. Alright, let's make another pass. Launch at like... We'll do 5,400. Leaving very little room to shift. That seemed pretty sticky there. I didn't like that launch. lot slower. So I can think. It's not launching hard. And I don't want to clutch dump this, because then I think it's going to wheelie pretty bad, or spin very bad. But I guess I can try it. I don't really got any other choice. So I want to get that 60 foot down, because if it could go at 11.0, I could make this thing go 990s easily with nitrous. Alright, let's see. Ooh, brakes aren't happy. What am I doing? It's interesting. Brakes are not happy though in the front. So what could I do to make this go 990s? Of course, take a shitload of weight out of it, but that's not going to do me any good. I know nitrous is my only goal here. That's the only thing that's going to really get me faster. But this poor V8 is going to hate itself. I wonder if I could rev it out farther before we go in and do nitrous. Because I'm putting 100 shot in it off the bat. Why is the nitrous bottle mounted to the fucking console? Oh my god. That is pretty good. Engine is gonna hate this, I bet. Alright, let's see. Alright. Alright, no nitrous. I guess clutch dump. Okay. It's spinning. It's spinning for sure. That's what's killing it. It has the grip, but I think it spins and then catches and bogs the engine. Which is not what I want. I want it to basically hook right off the bat and the engine take, you know, the engine make the car take off. If I can make this thing go at 10-0, I think that would be a win. I don't want to rev it out anymore, though, because that's just going to kill the engine. And I don't know what this engine's going to take before it's going to want to kill itself. It's probably going to want to kill itself on the nitrous, revving this high. Man, we may blow this thing up today. Alright, so it needs tires. Well, it needs rear tires. So let me get a set of rear tires on it. I'll do some like bias plies from Evolution Racecraft, see if I can make those hook. Alright, let's try out these drag radials. Can it still do a burnout? Oh, it wants the hook though. Not bad. Let's do a big launch on it. No. It does not like the two-step. Oh, fuck. Well, when I fix this, I'll be back. Alright, harder, long, 6,000. This is not going to be good. Ooh, these tires are grippy. I've never liked how the drag radials rode in this game. It's scary when you go on the brakes. It ain't a bad tire. It's just very, very grippy, and also apparently this is a welded diff in it. But it is not happy launching off the two-step. So we're clutch dumping it. Oh, let me warm these back up. Oh, that was worse. I gotta go to the drawing board with this one. This is gonna be tough. Alright, my conclusion in trying to think of a way to solve this problem is this engine is at its full potential. NA, it is at its full potential. It's not going to get any better. It's not going to launch better. The transmission is pissed. It doesn't have the light flywheel, which is probably what the car needs to launch harder. So to solve the bad handling, I put skinnies on the front. I doubt it's going to solve the issue. That takes a little weight off the nose, but pretty much I'm just going to start cramming nitrous into it until the car is pissed. Because I can't do anything else with this engine. It's there. It's at its limit. The only thing that I could do is go bigger in the cubic inch department. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to blow it up. Or see how much nitrous it can take before it blows up. Sean's favorite. Alright, it does not want to do second gear burnouts. Nitrous. Not bad. Oh god, this welded diff was awful. Oh. Yeah. Welded diff is terrible in this. The transmission hates going in the reverse quick. Let's try to rev it out more. Oh, come on. Yeah, here, I'll bring it up. Yep, it hates that. $7,000 RPM. Does it hate it? Not yet. At least not until it's under load. Nitrous. And one slower. Oh. I think that is a fuel cut that this engine is experiencing. I'm not sure, or it's the pissed off transmission. Oh, keep going, you stupid diff. It hates going on any angle. Wow, I have bought a street car that is at its absolute limit. A 10.8 ain't bad, but I guess it's time to send this engine to its grave. Really don't want to blow up this engine for no reason, but it's left me no choice. Alright, to give the engine a fighting chance, I backed off the rev limit a little bit. It's at 68 now. That welded diff is such an odd choice for a street car. Oh, Jesus. There's no fucking way that... Holy shit, it didn't break. It's ready to. It launched hard, though. Well, hey, it didn't kill itself. Oh, this diff. Now it wants to go right. I almost feel like putting a really soft slick on this would solve all of my problems. Having the tire, like, take the weight of the launch. Because I think this is just too thick. They're too thick? Too something of a sidewall. Too hard of a sidewall. There we go. Yeah, let's try it real quick. What do I got to lose? A blown up engine. Alright, let's see. Or blow the car up, one or the other. Oh boy. Have we solved our issue? It likes clutch dumping all of a sudden. I gotta run that back. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna take me so long to make it launch, like, good. This could go 10, like, 10.0s, 990s. It could with this setup. It's just the suspension is going to take me days to figure out. And it's all going to be in the front end of this car to get the weight to transfer slower to the back because it's just transferring way too hard at the moment. And I'd assume our weight bias is way off on this car. It is probably a lot more weight on the nose than it is the rear, which is not what you want. You want as even weight bias as you possibly can. and it's not there. So I'm willing to bet this car probably weighs 3,600 pounds maybe. I know it can't be that light of a car. But probably in full-blown race mode, with like the interior pulled out of it and no cage, probably be closer to 3,100. But yeah, it's going to take me hours to figure out the suspension for the car. Just like it did with the Dominator, the OG Barstow. Both those are going to take me, or took me hours. So yeah, I don't have the time for that because I'm trying to get this episode done and out. So, yeah. The Notch has potential. So that means it'll be back. But probably not for a little bit because I'll probably tune it like in my off time before Christmas coming up because we are doing our Christmas event this year again. We're starting to plan it out. And I got to work on a couple vehicles for that. So this thing is going to get pushed into a corner and not looked at for a while. Because I got to build burnout cars. So, yeah. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the first adventure of the Fox here, or the Notch, as I want to call it. It's a good car, but it needs a ton of suspension work to make it go any faster than it could, especially on these tires. If I went to like a normal BeamNG tire, I'd probably be wheeling at this point, but the Revolution Racecraft stuff, it does not allow that. But sooner or later, this thing will be kicking ass. And that'll be on the next episode, or a future episode of BeamNG Roadkill.